My name is Steve Brock, and I am with Action Coach. I appreciate you joining me today on the conversation around diversifying your current business with business coaching. We see it as a viable option to add to small businesses across the state, and I'll share a little more about how we operate and a little bit more about the programs that we bring to market. First, just a quick introduction. I grew up in a family business in Chicago. Was an operations guy who moved to North Carolina in '95, so this has been our home longer than I've lived anywhere else. And the electrical contracting business was interesting because at the kitchen table, we had conversations that were related to business, to customers, to growth, um, and it was a fascinating way to start life. I came to North Carolina, and then in 2001, left the corporate world. My last stop was in the furniture industry, and decided to go out on my own. That first step going on my own was in an operations consulting role, and then about a year later, decided to get involved with Action Coach because I wanted to work with business owners that were the fabric of the community and to be able to do so without having to travel. And so I'm the owner, the master licensee for Action Coach of North Carolina and South Carolina. 4 years ago, we also added a Mosquito Joe franchise that I have here in Greensboro, which is where I live. And then in the fall, we're going to be launching a plumbing company because there's a desperate need for the trades where the average plumber in the Carolinas is 59 and a half. So again, thank you for joining me today. And my name is Steve Brock with Action Coach. So when we look at any business, it always comes down to growth because businesses never stay the same. They're either getting better and a little bit larger, or they're getting a little bit worse and a little bit smaller. And there are a variety of different ways that you can grow a business. You can expand the current one you have by getting more clients in the current market, in the current line. You can open up a new market. So you could look at something in a neighboring city, a neighboring town, maybe a different state, where it would still be in the same line of work. You can look for competitors that are on the market. It's my belief that in the next several years, there are going to be many businesses that become available for purchase. Part of that's because the original owners or founders, their children are not interested, maybe the team isn't interested, or maybe they'd like to cash out. So there's going to be a large variety of businesses that'll be for sale, which is a great way to grow a business, is to acquire a competitor. And that can be either in your current market, which is the easiest to do, or maybe in another market, another state, another area. Part of that growth, though, is to figure out how do we get the most out of our existing clients. And so, whether you're a financial planning firm, a marketing firm in the technology industry, um, there are ways that you can sell more to your existing client base. And for Action Coach or at Action Coach, what we think of is wallet share as opposed to market share. If I already have the clients, what are some other things that they can get involved with when working with our firm? And so you've done the heavy lifting, you've brought the clients on board. The question now is, will business coaching be a good addition to what you're already offering them? And much like a franchise, instead of creating it on your own, why not take a proven model and use that as a vehicle for growth, both from a revenue and profit perspective in your existing company? So a little bit about Action Coach was started in 1998 in Brisbane, Australia. It came to the States about 2 years later, and since then has been growing across the world. Currently, we are in 74 countries. We have just under 1,000 offices worldwide. And if you look at the franchise 500, we've been number one in the category for some time in the business coaching category. If you look at the results that we get with clients, our net promoter score is 72 the last time we did it, both here in the States and in the UK. And for those familiar with the net promoter score, set a number in the 70s is very good. That means there's a lot more people that would refer you than there are people that would not. What we find is that whether you're a landscaper, a chiropractor, um, sign company, businesses are the same all over the world. So you could be a chiropractor in Christchurch, New Zealand, a chiropractor in Wilmington, North Carolina, and one in Chicago, and you're facing the exact same business challenges, you're facing the exact same or very similar business opportunities, and the only thing that may vary between those markets is the marketing that works and some of the language that you use. And at Action Coach, we're able to take that knowledge and leverage it across businesses around the world. And that way we can solve the age old question from a small business owner around, what do you know about my business? One of the ways that Action Coach continues to grow is leveraging through firms. And by that we mean opening up a professional service company as opposed to a self-employed provider, and then build a team of coaches that will work actively within the local market. Part of our mission is to put a coach in every business, and the most efficient way to do that is to have coaches working together in a common market to a common calendar, working typically out of a common office. So that growth really comes through the firm leverage, and in doing that, we continue our track as being the industry leader or the industry innovator. We are the largest coaching firm across the world, or business coaching firm across the world, I should say. We are also the leaders when it comes to technology. When it comes with engaging in the local community, there are two primary offerings that we bring. One-on-one coaching, which has been our mainstay for years, represents 70 to 75% of a firm's overall revenue. And it's when we're working with clients one-on-one, typically with the business owner. And it really comes in four varieties. We have the monthly management meeting where we'll review the prior month, set goals for the month that's coming, and then have weekly check-ins, typically through email or text, to make sure they're getting the work done. We meet with business owners twice a month, usually with the business owner, where we can have a blend of strategic planning, tactic implementation, and accountability. Some business owners we meet with weekly, and this is the way they can get results even faster by having an increase in the frequency of the conversations and the accountability. And then with a few owners, we actually will meet weekly, and they'll bring in one of their key executives. Could be someone in sales, finance, HR. This is usually for a period of time, and then we go back to the weekly coaching. What we find is it's very similar to a personal trainer for a business, in that our job is to help them round out skill set and then hold them accountable to their goals so they actually get results. The other side of our business model are the group programs. So I've always thought of this as General Motors. The Cadillac is the one-on-one coaching, and the Chevy, Pontiac, and Buick are in the group programs. So that first one is Mentor Club, where we'll get multiple business owners together for a coaching session. Growth Club is a 90-day plan that's done quarterly, which would include both clients and other business owners in the community. Profit Club is a mastermind group where we'll meet twice a month. There's 15 minutes of education, about an hour of peer-to-peer advising, and then another 10 to 15 minutes at the end for strategy, discussion, fielding questions by the coach, that kind of activity. Action Club is like a group coaching model where it's a curriculum. Think of it as summer school, where there's 8 sessions and there's homework in between. And then Business Rich is our 2-day weekend boot camp for entrepreneurs, where we'll cover sales, marketing, financials, how to hire the right people, how to put in systems. The best way to describe it is a crash course in entrepreneurship. So these are the two general programs that we offer the marketplace. And the key to them is that we're able to accommodate different price points. Between these two programs, you've got everything from $100 a month to $3,000 a month. So when it comes to local business owners, we have a variety of ways for them to engage. And that way they can get started where they're comfortable. And should they find that they want to engage more over time, that's fantastic. And if they want to stay where they are, that's fine as well. If you think about coaching versus consulting, consulting has been around forever. But when you coach a business owner, you take a different approach. And that approach really is about development. So we help business owners build not only revenue and profits, but also their team, their exit strategy, and in doing so, help them to continue their relationship with the marketplace locally as they become more and more of a fabric of the community. By attacking the profits and team, we're able to not only increase the value of the business, should they choose to go outside of their family and team to sell it, but also their ability to help the community become stronger. And that comes in a variety of ways. Could be through philanthropy, could be through starting additional businesses. Much like myself, we see a lot of business owners that will build one company and then open a totally different company in the same marketplace. Part of the coaching program is the transfer of skill set. So many owners start a business in something that they're very good at. They're just not that great at running it. So I'm sure you've met mechanics, landscapers, chefs, great at what the business delivers, just not very good at running the business that delivers it. And so by transferring that skill set, we're able to round them out as an entrepreneur and then let them continue to develop the company to be what they always wanted it to be. From a price point perspective, because we have such variety, we have a lot of different avenues for people to join the organization, to join the coaching programs, as opposed to the half day, full day, weekly consulting fees that could be out there. And if you look at your existing database today, how many business owners are in that database that you've worked with over the last week, month, or year that are great people, that are great at the delivery, and they've turned to you to say, I just wish I was a little better at insert the blank. Those are clients that could come on in the next week or two as business coaching clients for your firm. If you look at the economic model of what it would be involved in having a firm and own the marketplace that you're in, based on the current FDD, the firm price is $99,500, which includes the license as well as 2 people at training. You would get an immediate $30,000 credit because of the existing business clients that you have for a net of $69,500. Ongoing fees after the first 6 months, royalty is 10% and marketing fund is 2%. So your contribution back to Action Coach would be 12 in total. If you look at our item 19, which is the financial performance of business coaches within our system, what you'll find is that they are typically between $350 and $550 per hour for their coaching services. And what's interesting is that business coaching clients could then become clients of your other business, and clients of your other business could become business coaching clients. So there's that virtuous circle between the two. And one other thing I'd ask you to consider is that right now, your clients are going to outside advisors external to your business. So they're going to accountants, they may be going to coaches, they may be going to consultants. Why not bring that activity and that revenue in-house? And then most of our workshops are accredited as continuing ed. So that provides an opportunity to not only bring clients along, but to also bring strategic partners into those continuing ed workshops who will then be a great referral source for you in the future. Question I get oftentimes is, how will you find these business coaches to work in your firm? Now, some of them may already be there. You could take an existing team and expand their role into business coaching. But if your customers are used to them in one role, sometimes that can be a challenge. And so what we would look for are a variety of things. We have well-defined the qualifications, the background, and some of the personality assessments of the most successful coaches. I will help you recruit via LinkedIn, job boards, existing databases of people that I've talked to in the past that wanted to be coaches but weren't ready to be business owners. Because we are generalists and work with small businesses in a variety of capacities, we would look for people that have multifunctional backgrounds. So people that are in the market today that are general managers can oftentimes be great fit for business coaches. The most interesting part, though, is that because they are not responsible for marketing and sales, employee coaches can handle 20 to 25 clients, whereas regular business coaches can handle 12 to 15 clients. So when you think about the productivity of an employee coach working with business owners in the marketplace, they're able to generate significant revenues of which the owner of the business will retain the majority of. So I know the presentation has been brief, and what I would love to do is walk through what the next steps are. If you've got an interest in expanding your existing business with business coaching, what I'd love to do is schedule just a short follow-up call with you. We can take a look at the territory map and the demographics. We are going to be putting one Action Coach business into the marketplace. And once it's sold, it'll be gone permanently. So I'd love to sit down with you and talk about the demographics, take a look at your existing database to identify 5 clients that would be good candidates. If you think about the price points, at twice a month coaching is anywhere from $1,000 to $1,200 a month. Weekly coaching can be anywhere from $1,700 to $2,000 per month. And so as you move 5, 6, 10 of your existing clients also into a business coaching relationship, you can see how the cash flow from that can be very lucrative. And we'd also want to take a look at the alliances that you currently have, as well as others available in the marketplace to help provide great lead generation and synergy for clients going forward. Again, thank you for your time today. My name is Steve Brock, and you can catch me at 336-288-8858 or at stevebrock@actioncoach.com. I hope you have a great day.